Day, I always start, I can't edit this, so I'm just going to keep going. Day three of trying to become a public figure for kids while actively trying to get over my fear of being seen. My name is Donovan. It's day three. I am currently in a hotel, as you can see. I was on break for a bit and did a lot of self care. A lot of self care. Self care sounds fun, but it's not always fun. But I'm excited to get back into it. So, tomorrow I'm giving a speech for an organization called Kyle Cares, which is a wonderful organization created by this family in honor of a young man named Kyle, their son and brother. That died by suicide, and they wanted to create an organization that supports young people who might also be struggling the ways that Kyle did. I've worked with them before and they're wonderful, but I mean, I got to tell you, like I speak at high schools, which is great. I speak at middle schools. I speak at colleges. I might have said this yesterday, but I don't care. My favorite group to talk to are youth advocates, like youth activists. So these kids are coming from all these different schools because they want to create organizations within their own schools and communities to support their peers with mental health. And I just think this is really beautiful. It well, one, like if you go to a high school and the kids didn't choose to be in the speech, I can't be mad at them for not listening. High school conferences like these kids choose to be here. These teenagers choose to give up their time to go do this because they care, and so the buy-in is already so much better because they want to be there. And I also feel like I just perform a lot better. I don't know. I'm really grateful for kids that are willing to care. I'm really grateful for kids that say, you know, this is our society now. I'm not going to wait till I'm an adult to try to do something good or help other people. Sometimes I meet kids as young as 12 or 13 who are out here doing really cool things. So when I give performances or speeches like this to groups like this, I feel really grateful. I think I do a lot better in those speeches because I actively really want to give these kids something that was going to help them. And in a lot of youth leadership spaces, we talk a lot about, you know, just encouraging them and what's your why, and all of those things are great. But I take a different approach when I do youth conferences for leaders in the substance abuse arena, in the mental health arena, anything that kids are really advocating for. I approach it like I'm trying to teach them how to take care of themselves because we need kids to be here. We need these kids who are passionate and who care and want to help and give back. We need them to be here for the long run. And something that happens with youth activists a lot is that society will kind of like put a ton of pressure on them. They're putting pressure on themselves. They have a lot of energy, which is great, but then they don't realize that that energy is not always sustainable. So they start these practices and these ways of being that really kind of, you know, drain them. But as a young person, they have the energy and they're like, cool, I can bounce back. But if you keep doing that for a long time, you're not going to have the energy to bounce back. And that's where a lot of burnout comes from. And that's where we lose a lot of people who should be here for the long time. So like, I want these kids to be leaders and I want them to help their communities, but I also want them to live full lives. I want them to enjoy themselves. I want them to have balance and have community and have hobbies and feel good about their education and think about themselves outside of just I want to help other people. I mean, to be honest, like that's a lot of who I am. A lot of my self-worth comes from I have to help other people. And if I'm not helping other people, like who am I? That's not a really fun way to live. It's not a really cool way to live. Cool. It's not a really fun way to live. And it would make time in between speeches for me really sad. And so when I go to these kids, I'm like, yes, advocate for other people and also live your lives. Take care of yourselves. The work will continue with or without us. That's always what I tell them. So I'm going to prepare. I'm not kidding. I mean, I'm not going to prepare. I mean, I'm ready. The speech is ready. I don't need to prepare. I don't think I've ever really practiced any of my speeches. I know what I'm talking about and I'm passionate about it. And my style of speaking is very kind of like informal. It's not like a memorized script. So I'm actually going to sleep because I'm really tired and I stayed up all night due to anxiety of just, you know, World War III and adults in our country. So yeah, I'm going to get some rest and I will see you tomorrow for day 4.